For centuries, our kind has stayed hidden on Earth. But darkness has found us again.
Hey, what's up, film enthusiasts, and welcome back to another review. I just got done watching Transformers Rise of the Beast, and here is my honest and spoiler-free review. So in this story, we follow the Maximals that hide the key on Earth to have a chance to destroy the world. The Autobots and the humans team up once again, now with the Maximals, to fight off the Unicrons, Henchman Scourge, and other robots to save humanity. And now bringing us into Transformers Rise of the Beast. I'm proud to say that this movie is up in my list of good Transformers movies. Is it better than Bumblebee? No. But is it number 3? Yes, this is my number 3 spot on Transformers good list, I guess. And with having Bumblebee on number 2 and the first one on number 1. And for this movie, there is a lot of good, but there's also some bad. I will talk more of the flaws later in this video, but let's get on to things that I liked about this movie. Something I liked about this movie was how they embraced the human side of things in this one. Human hadn't had a lot to play to do in the Transformers universe. Yes, they do some human stuff and kind of human-like stuff, but next to gigantic, tall robots, they're like just nothing technically. So yeah, but in this movie, we get a lot of action involving the human side of things. And for me, that's a huge plus in bringing the Transformers movies back to how it was. And with Anthony Romas, but as the main lead, he did an amazing job in this role. Playing this character and with this family dynamic for me, it felt interesting. And family dynamic actually worked for me. Now bringing us to the Maximals, I did think they did an amazing job bringing us these characters, but there was something missing for me. I did like Optimus Primal and Eraser. These were the two best of the Maximals in this movie, but I feel like the other were pushed back, like Rhinox or Sheeter. They were probably going to be fan favorite characters, but they were pushed back a lot in this movie. And I want to see more of the Maximals. Give us the backstory, or give us some time to spend with these characters, and that's something that lacks in this movie. But for action, man, in this movie, it has a lot of action. It's like action to action to action to and more. Especially with the third act in this movie. I really liked the third act. I think it was really great. I loved the setting and the fight scene in the third act. That was probably one of the coolest part of this movie. But now bringing me to the bad side or the flaws about this movie. Let's talk about Mirage. Yes, I did like Pete Davidson's character Mirage, but I can see how people can get annoyed with this character. I think his humor in this movie worked for me, and I was laughing at it, but I see how people don't like him. I did like him, but I can see other people that don't think he's trying too much. His humor's over the top, and he's not serious enough. He's just like a jokester every time he's on screen. And with every other Autobot or Maximal or Transformer, they are serious in this movie. They're not like jokesters, like I said. They are just serious after seriousness and not landing maybe some jokes, but not really jokes. Now on to some moments in this movie, especially with the emotional moments in this movie. That was one of the downside of this movie where that I didn't get emotional, and I'm just sitting there like, yep, can we get this over with? Or and with that, that's a downside of because with emotional moments, we as film enjoyers are supposed to get emotional and a little sad at these moments. But in this movie, it doesn't really work for me. I didn't get sad or emotional like I did in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. There you have James Gunn explaining how the backstory of that character, and he just have this perfect balance with seriousness and emotional and humor and everything. It's just balance, in nice balance, and you can actually get emotional or a little sad about one character. Now bringing us with the Maximals again. Like I said, I wanted to spend more time with these characters. They are kind of brand new to the live action franchise. They are in the cartoons, but not in the, especially not in the live action franchise. And I wanted more backstory and spend or screen time so I can spend more time with these characters. And other Maximals were also pushed back, and that was a very big downfall of this movie. I like Rhinox or Sheetor were pushed back. They were like probably fan favorite characters, but they were really just pushed back. Not there wasn't a lot of back, like screen time with them, and I wanted more screen time with these characters. Someone else I wanted to have more screen time with was Unicron. For me, I like the character of Unicron, this big giant planet that can eat actually other planets. But yeah, I know he's probably just it is just probably setting up like another movie with Unicron, like being the main villain and like the Thanos on this universe. But man, he didn't get a lot of screen time, and I wanted him to have his moments, like eating planets, and then going after one other planet and planet and planet. But we didn't get that a lot in this movie. So for this movie, I'm giving cinematography 3 points. I did like how this movie was shot, and it was action packed. Yeah, this movie was just awesome with a lot of cool scenes. That for acting and dialogue, I'm giving it 2 points. Most of the acting in this movie was fine. It was just that Mirage is like a hit or miss character. His humor is just not going to land with people. It didn't land with me, but it didn't land with probably many people, and I think he's annoying or trying too much, like I said. And that was a little bit down disappointing. Now on storytelling, I'm giving it 2 points as well. For me, the story was a little bland and generic. It kind of just like every other Transformers movie. But I did like the Maximals and Scourge and Unicron and the Autobots, of course. And the human side of things I did find myself really enjoying. But I mean, the story was a little too much and a little generic. And yeah. Now, did I like it? Does it deserve 1 bonus point? Yeah, I do think it is a pretty decent and a good movie in the Transformers franchise. I find myself enjoying it, and it was a good movie in the franchise. So if I just add those up, that will be 7 points with 1 bonus point, so 8 points. So with that, I'm ranking it an 8 out of 10 or a 4 out of 5 stars. It was a pretty good entry in the franchise, so you should go watch it in theaters. But that's just my review on this movie. What do you think about it? What do you dislike about it, or like or dislike about it? And with that, don't forget to like and subscribe. That will mean a lot to me. It's free and it takes 1 second and it support me and my channel. That's huge plus. But yeah, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace out.